But Hillary Clinton is back in the news. She's back in the spotlight. Um, just when you thought that it was safe for progressives, she's back. And she's wielding tons of money like she always has. With the lowest ratings ever, it doesn't quite matter because she's still able to roll a high roller. She's still able to get tons of money from donors to influence the system. And that's what she's trying to do right now. So this was a lovely headline. The Washington Examiner's headline, DSCC chairman, we welcome Bill and Hillary Clinton's involvement in the 2018 elections. Now, what I want to talk about also is Clinton's PAC, Onward Together. Have you heard about this? So that's after, but so yeah, she has a list of people that she wants to endorse, and she's got shitloads of money to do it. So that's unfortunate. She did choose one good person to endorse, though, I must say. So Senator Chris Van Hollen, chairman of the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee, said Thursday that Senate Democrats welcome support from former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and from former President Bill Clinton in the 2018 midterm elections. They welcome support. What does that mean? They welcome their money. And money talks. Clinton has started to ratchet up already the 2018 involvement in the past couple of weeks. Just this week, she endorsed Governor Cuomo and Stacey Abrams. And it's Stacey Abrams who I really do like. I'm pretty sure that Marcus did a piece on Stacey Abrams, I think yesterday. So go check that out. She's actually a wonderful candidate, a wonderful person. So, but, there's reasons for everything that she does. Now, I did a piece on Cuomo, who is a faux progressive, who is fighting Cynthia Nixon, who is a very progressive. She's now supported by Bernie's, by the group Our Revolution. So I did a piece on that. Check that out if you don't know who she is and if you don't know how shitty Governor Cuomo is. So Governor Cuomo has been the governor for quite some time, and he throws out little biscuits of progressiveness to then say, look, I did this progressive thing, but it's really just little biscuits. It's never a full meal. It's just a little touch of something so that he can claim to be a person who's taking actions. But he's not, and he never did. So when Cynthia Nixon came into the picture, he amped it up. He started doing things that he didn't do all the years that he was governor, just to show that he was progressive. Like, his campaign people actually use the word progressive now when they're describing him. So he's trying to appeal to progressives, but Cynthia Nixon is really actually progressive. But, of course, Hillary did not stand by a female, which she had said so many times in her campaigns, that you need to stand by progressive female candidates. Well, she didn't. She stood by Cuomo, and there's a reason for that. In 2016, Cuomo was a leading state supporter of Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. So you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. But also, Cuomo is a corporate Democrat, and he raises a lot of money for the Democratic Party. So you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. An interesting thing that I found out, and this is not to diminish how amazing Cynthia Nixon is, but Nixon actually backed Clinton over Sanders in 2016. Cynthia Nixon back in 2016 said, I assume Hillary Clinton will be the Democratic nominee. That was in 2015. I will be supporting Hillary. I was an Obama supporter in 2008. I'm a Hillary person now. But now Cynthia is endorsed by Our Revolution as well as Working Families Party, and for good reason. Her policies her campaign is all about the people, taking care of the people and getting money out of politics. So I really do hope she wins. So what is Onward Together? Hillary Clinton's new PAC. That's why I said it's the Clinton Foundation 2.0. So if you check out their website, they come off as supporting really progressive movements and grassroots movements and going out and protesting, and they make themselves look like they're standing with the activists and getting out and stuff like that. But that's a cover for what they're doing behind the scenes, and that is that they're raising like hundreds of thousands of dollars to push corporate Democrats' campaigns, and that's what they're doing right now. So they too, like Governor Cuomo, threw out little progressive tidbits. They did their surface, like make it look good on the outside. So Onward Together in Bloomberg, more than 18 months after the election loss, Clinton remains a deeply divisive figure. Her approval ratings are at a near record low, yet few Democrats can match her fundraising prowess and star power. On a single afternoon late last month, she helped raise roughly $500,000 for groups allied with her year-old politicized political organization group, Onward Together. Already active this midterm season, she recently endorsed Democratic candidates from New York, Michigan, and Georgia. New York City council member Jumaane Williams, who is challenging the state's lieutenant governor, said the party's left wing would have preferred the appearance, and this was, she spoke just this week. She spoke when she endorsed Cuomo. She got on stage and she spoke, and Jumaane Williams said that the left wing would have preferred the appearance of Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, a more unifying candidate. He worries Clinton's appearance demonstrates that Democrats haven't worked to heal the division highlighted in the 2016 presidential primary. We haven't learned our lesson, and we don't care, he said. And that's just the bottom line. The actual Democratic Party has not learned their lesson, and they don't care. And they're doing the same thing this time around as they did last time. It's like Groundhog Day. Hillary's back in the picture. She's raising money. She's raising money for the DNC, millions of dollars. She's putting that money into supporting corporate Democrats. She's pushing the same old corporate shills. Clinton hosted a private meeting of the Onward Together network in Midtown Manhattan. They encouraged, and she basically told them again to do what she wants them to do, and then she introduced them to her donors. Puppets. Here, this is what happened last year. I mean, this is what happens all the time. Here, I'm going to call you groups to come in. This is what I want you to do, and here's the money. And that is what happened, and that's what's happening again. Clinton described that afternoon they gathered, they generated more than $500,000. So if you go onto the Onward Together website, it says Onward Together is an American political action organization founded by the U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton to fundraise for progressive political groups. Clinton described the group as an effort to advance the vision that won nearly 66 million votes of a fairer, more inclusive, big-hearted America. An employee told the Washington Free Beacon that it has given over $1 million to groups so far. The PAC-associated groups, like progressive nonprofits, describe itself as, sorry, that's something else. Okay, Onward Together is backing a number of left-wing groups, including Color of Change, Swing Left, Indivisible, Run for Something, the Alliance for Youth Action, and other groups. I Vote Fun, Latino Victory, Vote Latino. So they put that on their website. This is what we're doing. We're supporting all these groups. Great groups. Those are good groups. I want them to be supported. But that's a front. That's a front. Because what's going on behind the scenes is she's taking her same old corporate donors. She took a lot of her money from her own campaign, put it into this new PAC, and now she's putting it into the candidates that the DNC wants to be elected. Fighting against, example, she's backing Governor Cuomo, a corporate shill, over a real progressive who really cares about the people, Cynthia Nixon. And that's going to continue to happen. She's right back in there. The Clintons are right back in there with their money, making sure that this country stays run by the corporations. And this is, did they not learn the first time? They lost. They lost to Donald Trump. It was a circus. They sabotaged Bernie Sanders, who created a fire in millions of Americans, and in a whole generation, new generation of people who are still out there fighting every day. He influenced such positive change in this country, and they did everything they could to sabotage him, and she lost anyways. And now we're at the brink of nuclear war, and the doomsday clock is closer than ever to reaching midnight. And global warming, climate change, out the window. I mean, we're not talking about shit sucks in our country. We're talking about two things that could end the existence of humans on this planet: nuclear war and climate change. And we're moving so fast towards destruction from both of them because of what the DNC did in the last elections, and they're doing it again. So within our own party, within our Democratic Party, we are divided. We have the DNC and the corporate shills, and we have the people who are not going to look past them and who will vote for them, because we might seem united against Trump, but within this party, we're not united. You had a huge separation between Bernie supporters and Hillary supporters, and that separation's still there, and that's going to start surfacing now that the DNC is going to be fighting progressive candidates. So, Clinton sent $800,000 from Hillary for America, her former campaign committee, to Onward Together following its launch last year. So she put her own money from her previous election debacle into this new PAC. Onward Together's website cynically alludes to recent mass actions, but it should be remembered that, and I'm saying what I'm talking about there is they were posting about when we did protests across the United States involving immigration, when we were gathering at airports protesting immigration. They put that on their website as if they had something to do with it, but it's just a front. It's just a front to make them look like they're grassroots. Like, remember Hillary with the pop, and she did like wasn't Instagram, it was like, I can't remember, Vine, where she's like trying to appeal to the kids. I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. That was a front. Hillary didn't care about millennials. If she thinks that that would appeal to them, I'm just chilling. Okay. because millennials are intelligent. Really, that was so insulting. But anyways, that's what she's doing again. They're posting pictures of protests on her website as if they had something to do with it, but it's just a front. They just want to raise money the way that they always have to influence the elections. So Onward Together's website cynically alludes to these recent mass actions, but it should be remembered that these were not the products of Democratic leadership. They had nothing to do with this, nor have we heard prominent Democrats calling for the dismissal of felony riot charges for protests swept up in the mass arrests during the demonstrations. Clinton has not joined in the blockades of immigration and customs enforcement vehicles at detention centers. Democratic politicians have been more eager to defend authoritarian institutions like the FBI than they are to call for anti-racism actions against white supremacy. Nothing has changed, and they don't give a shit about the people, and they're not grassroots. They're the same as they always have been. The Democrats remain the party of centrism and marginalism in the American politics. They are not and will not be the representatives of popular discontent. And trusting a democratic operation like Onward Together with influence over collective action could only serve to blunt its radicalism. Of their goals and projects that Clinton listed were more connected either to the 2018 midterms or to fundraising. And it's clear that Onward Together will mainly be the election engineering tool for the Democrats. So this is in the Washington Times. Hillary's Onward Together resistance group smells like scandal. Of the 150 people who met with or had conference calls scheduled with Hillary, at least 85 donated to the Clinton Foundation, according to the Associated Press analysis. The 85 donors gave a combined total of $156 million to the Clinton Foundation. At least 40 gave more than $100,000 each, and at least 20 gave more than $1 million. How could anyone possibly believe that these donations didn't help get them a meeting with Clinton? So, is she grassroots? Is she grassroots? Is she taking meetings with people who have no money, with people like me and you, talking about them, talking with them about the real issues? No. So that's Hillary. That's the Democratic Party. And that's not a good thing. Because they screwed over the country last time, and they're going to do it again. And it's all about money.